We are the Mullet Family Montana. Welcome to another midweek chat. It's fall, temperatures are cool, we've had some snow, it's melted. This morning was foggy, dreary, cold and damp. Around 10:30, all of a sudden it lifted and it's pretty nice sunshine.
Yep, it's another midweek.
Yep. We are plugging along, getting ready for winter. We tried to take you along for the most part on the barn. We did get the paint color figured out. I got the glass installed into the frames. I still have to put the frames into the windows. And we did receive one comment about chickens not needing insulation.
Yeah, here, I'll read it. So, Daniela Zadi, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but you said, chickens do not need this. They are given insulation naturally from God. It's called feathers.
Which is true. Up until 3 years ago, I have never had chickens lose extremities, toes, due to frost.
Or their cones.
Or their,
yeah.
Well, I've seen combs, but we can show you a photo too. 2 years ago, it was -50, and I went out and took some photos of it. And boy, at that temperature, it kind of sucks to see your chickens suffering that much. They lose so much, it takes so much energy just to stay warm. And so it's kind of like when you have a product, you might as well use it. I highly doubt I would have hired someone to come in and spray insulation in my chicken coop, but I have it. We were working on the barn that day. We hooked up the machine and sprayed some insulation in there.
Yep. Well, that's what you do.
Yeah,
You're a professional at
the big chickens don't need it. A chicken, if they are dry and draft free, they don't need it. But you know, when you have young birds, I have some young birds. I have another hen right now that just went broody. I have 2 other hens that went, and they're in the stages where, boy, might be a little rough. Like I said, if you have the product, it's there, takes you a couple hours, and why not? The chickens will just be more comfortable.
Yep, and they do, their egg production gets better if they are not too cold.
One of the main reasons I wanted to insulate it was if it gets really cold, the temperature won't fluctuate as much. There'll be more an even keel, their egg production will stay up. And also, if you want to raise young birds, like meat birds, or have a hen that goes broody in the wintertime, the goal was to have everything in that building, not in the house, not in the basement, not in the shop, because chickens have this very fine chicken dust, and it goes everywhere. Mm-hmm. So that's what the barn is for. It's for the chickens. That's their house.
Yeah.
And as a spray foam contractor, roofing contractor, I get to meet a decent amount of people, get to talking with them. A couple of months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I got a call from a contractor I've done a lot of work for. He's a super nice guy. I consider him a friend. And he said he's having issues. His radon levels are high in his house. And so he did the 10 mil plastic. We came in and we sprayed a roof grade, a high density foam. And they had done all the prep work to seal everything off, pipe his radon out. He is having health issues related to that, which got us to thinking, well, you know, we've never checked our radon.
Mm-hmm. But we know we could have it because of all the rocks.
Yeah. So when you have rock and sand, loose porous soil, you have a really good potential for radon. When we built this, I put 2 lines in, which are perforated lines that run to the center of each. I ran 2 lines in the dirt work, the gravel, before we poured concrete, and they're all hooked up. They're piped up outside. All I would need to do is hook up a radon pump on the outside, vent it on up, and it would suck it all out. But anyway, this contractor was like, "You need to check your house," because I mentioned, like, boy, you know, I've never checked ours. Well, he had a couple of radon testers. The other day on the way home, I stopped in and picked them up. We chatted for a while. You have to set them in your house, one in the basement, one upstairs, and let them go for a week. We're a day and a half into it. I went this morning and walked by looking at them, and it's very alarming the levels that we're at. But you're supposed to let it go for a week, 8 days, because it'll sometimes fluctuate and not get an accurate reading. So that's a pretty concerning thing.
Yeah. Radon is a gas, is it not? You can't smell it. You don't know you have it.
Can't see it, can't smell it.
But it is very toxic and can cause cancer.
It's the number two cause of lung cancer. Smoking is number one, radon is number two. But
it's very high. So
on day one, ours is showing very high. We
toxic
don't know.
High. Yeah. Probably definitely going to be ordering a pump and putting it in. Thankfully, when you built this place, you put all the pipes in and everything to prepare in case we do have high levels of radon.
I consulted another contractor that mitigates this for radon, and he recommended with the square footage of his house, he recommended if I would run one line, which is you take a 3 or 4 inch PVC pipe that's perforated with holes in it, and you lay it in there before you do the concrete. It's porous enough that the radon is a very heavy gas. And if you have just a slight vacuum, it sucks it out. And he recommended if I would run one pipe about down the middle, that would be more than sufficient. I'm like, well, now is the time to do it, not later. I ran 2. I ran one on that half, one on this half. And we could even show photos of that, what we did. So all we would need to do is get the pump, hook it up on the outside, run power over there, and run it up so that when it goes up above the roof line, it just dissipates into the atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's a heavy gas, so it tends to hang on the ground.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
Hangs on lower.
Yeah.
And it goes through cracks in concrete. I'm not quite sure. They say you have to have 10 mil or thicker plastic, completely sealed. But it still finds its way through. So we are definitely going to be keeping an eye on that like a hawk, taking care of that.
Yeah, so that's a project we're definitely going to work on.
As far as the barn, we have trim to put on there yet. The chickens have not been moved. I do need to put hinges on the door, install the glass. I did get the glass. I put it into the frames. I still have to and I'll let that cure for 4 or 5 days now, so it should be good. We're going to be putting the glass in. Still need to build the 2 doors for the loft upstairs. If we ever decide to put hay or something up there.
Who knows? I might just get a horse.
We could.
Or goats.
Be nice to have a horse or a couple of goats.
Yes. Yeah. I used to ride horse quite a bit, but I kind of got away from that after I got married.
Yeah. It would be a little bit of a challenge to have a horse here with the water situation.
Yeah.
We'd have to have a filter out in the barn. We don't have the animals drink the water straight out of the hydrant.
Yeah.
We run them through it's a 4-stage. It's a 3-stage filter, and then it runs through a water softener before we have the animals drink it.
Yeah, so our water has a lot of silt in it. A lot.
High iron content.
Yes. So, and if you just if you just give this water to the animals straight out of the faucet, they don't feel well, and they don't do well.
And the reason how I caught it was looking really clear out of the hydrant because we were doing a lot of watering. And started drinking it, and oops, my phone is going off. And I realized I was not feeling very well, and the chickens were down in production. The dog was laying around as if he's not feeling very good. And I'm like, no, we can't. We have to give them the filtered water.
October is almost over. It's hard to believe, We're almost in November.
It's harvest season, which some people celebrate as Halloween. The Amish don't, to my knowledge, don't celebrate Halloween. We never did. We knew it was kind of a bad origin, not glorifying, edifying to the Lord. But it wasn't until later years, did some research on, wow, Halloween is very dark.
Yeah.
Each to his own, but as Christians, we do not in any way endorse Halloween. Somebody had moved into our community and they had these just exciting stories how they would go out at night, take a white sack, we call them a gunny sack, a white empty feed bag, maybe put a little hay or straw in it to fluff it up a little bit, put it on a clear fishing line. And a car's coming down the road, you pull in front of them, they think they're seeing a spook, and
They're
veering off almost into the ditch, locking up the wheels, tires squealing. Well, we tried it, and the young man that was pulling the rope didn't pull it soon enough. The driver of the vehicle didn't see it, and then he gives it a hard yank right underneath the wheels. And we were not wise enough to do it far away from the building. It was only maybe 100 yards from a set of buildings. And the driver was an elderly lady. They got out and they were a little bit upset and went up to the house. And that was the end of that escapade.
So what you did, there was a white gunny sack, and you filled it with hay or straw, had it on a string, and it was supposed to look like a ghost in front of the car. It was dark at night, and so you pulled it across the road. But there was there's another story of someone doing that.
I'm not sure if
Amish youth.
Yeah, they were out doing something at night. I'm not sure what was involved, but
and these were a bunch of Amish youth.
Bunch of Amish kids out goofing off at night. This vehicle, they were doing it to multiple vehicles. Well, unbeknownst to them, the one vehicle saw that it was a bunch of pranksters, and he got really mad. Went home and got a weapon. He came back the other direction. It just looked like another set of headlights. So he jumps out of his vehicle and when he slowed down and stopped and jumped out, the Amish kids, most of them took off running into the cornfield. He jumps out of his vehicle and starts shooting at the kids that had disappeared into the cornfield. But there was a couple of kids that were right up on the road bank in the tall grass. He was standing here, and the kids were almost underneath him, just a couple of feet away. He was shooting right over their head. They couldn't hug the ground hard enough. So I think that was their lesson. Don't be goofing off at night doing Halloween
I
stuff.
don't know what that guy was, whether he was drunk or something. It was just a prank, but yeah. Taking a weapon out and shooting into the cornfield at some kids who were just doing stuff they probably shouldn't,
Yeah.
but it was pulling a gunny sack across the road to make it look like a ghost or something. So that was funny, but we're so thankful that you're here. It's a midweek, and make sure to stay tuned for my next video coming up this coming weekend. This past week, Jordan went and had tubes put in his ears, his adenoids and tonsils taken out. So he's been working through that. Right now he feels okay, but usually in the morning, this morning he was in a lot of pain. So
with the issue we had it with Morgan also, and there's fluid or something behind the eardrum. I don't understand. They put a stent in so that it drains.
It's a tube,
and they can hear better, and they don't always have this stuffy nose, snoring loudly, difficulty breathing. Mm-hmm. But it's about a week or so of not ideal, but then it gets better than it was.
Yeah, then he
So
feels
this
much
little
better.
guy is home from school. We are enjoying him. Reminds us of 2 years ago before he went to school. But
Yes.
before we know it, this will be behind us, and he'll be
Yes.
back to his normal tricks.
Yeah, he's been pretty hungry because he's not allowed to eat anything that is rough, like a toast or anything. He has to eat only like yogurts and popsicles and...
He comes up with some funny stuff once in a while. I came home the other night complaining how I'm getting old. He was like, well, if you really want to be old, you could shave the top of your head off so it's shiny and paint your hair white, then you'd really be old. Not sure where he got that from.
Yeah. So that's what's been happening. I'll keep you up to date this next coming weekend on his progress and some footage of when we were at the hospital. So, and we hope you guys have a great week.
How you feeling, Jordan?
Good.
You feel
He's
pretty good
doing
right now?
his school at home right now. So,
Yeah.
and he's doing well.
He has painkillers and stuff that he takes. So adenoids, tonsils, and tubes in his ears. So he'll be able to hear a lot better. There's something that most of us probably take for granted. I noticed with Morgan, he didn't catch on with a lot of things. And I realized how much do we learn by overhearing? Listening to people talk, overhearing, etc. When someone has to almost, raise their voice and speak directly at them before they understand what they're saying, imagine the things that we don't learn, we don't hear.
Yeah, we started noticing when he went to kindergarten, he just didn't pick up. We just didn't understand. This was Morgan.
This was Morgan, yeah.
He just didn't pick up. And we found out he just about can't hear. So we took him to the ear, nose, and throat, and it was because there was fluid in his ears and it wasn't draining correctly. And after we got that fixed, he was able to hear much better. So
we're very thankful that we know we caught it. There's doctors that can remedy it this efficiently.
Jordan had a great doctor, Dr. David Healy. He was just thank you guys for joining us for the midweek. We hope you enjoyed this content. Leave a comment, give us a like, and we'll see you next time.